Now going down to example 3. From a point P on the ground, so I have my point right here. The angle of elevation is 23 degrees. The altitude of the plane is 1,200. They want to know the distance from that point P to the plane. So the distance from the P to the plane is actually going to be, do this right, it's actually going to be a line. It's going to be right there, right? Actually, I did that a lot better than I usually do it, huh? So let's do freehand. So they want to know what this is. I know what this is, the opposite. So what is opposite over hypotenuse? Well, sine again. But this time I'm going to have to do a switcheroo because the x is on the bottom. So we have to switch this guy and this guy. So it ends up being x equals 1200 divided by the sine of 23, and I get this number. Turn this off and go down. All right, so now we have this little barn here. Ted sees his dog, so he looks down and sees his dog. So this is what we have to think. Let me just use my little drawing tools here because they're fun. If Ted looked straight across, he would not see his dog. So he had to look down to see his dog. So that's why the 40-degree angle is there. So when I think of the 40-degree angle being there, I know that if it's here, it's also here as well. So there's my 40. So it wants to know where I put the 16 feet. So let me just turn off my drawing tools here. It says Ted's eye level is 16 feet above the ground. So here's Ted, right? Ted is up here, right? Ted is up here. Here's the ground, right? Here's the ground. So it's 16 feet above the ground. So where would the 16 feet be? It would be right here, guys. Here's the 16 right there. Okay, because its Ted eye level is 16 feet above the ground. How many feet must a dog walk to get to reach the barn door? Sorry, I'm falling over my words here. Okay, so here's our doggy, right? And here's the barn door right here. So let me just say, so blah, 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 blah. Here we go. I'm just doing a lot of drawing tools, so it's taking me a little bit of time, sorry. All right, so here's actually how far the doggy would walk. I got my 16, and this is what I'm looking for. Right here is my X. So I've got my arrow key, and that was a really bad arrow, but that's my opposite right here, right? Here's, oh wow, I should probably just stop. Here's my hypotenuse, my big side, and this is my ADJ. Oh. Yikes. That's really bad. I'm just going to erase all that. Erase on that. All right, so this is, hello. I don't know if it's going to start. There we go. So this is my 16, and this is my X. So what trig function am I going to use? What do you think? Opposite adjacent, tangent, right? So you want to use tangent. So what would you do? You'd say tangent, right? But it's always of an angle. So the angle in this case is 40. So the tangent of 40 equals whatever the opposite was, which was 16 over x. So since x is the bottom, you're going to have to use the switcheroo for that. So you're going to have to say, right, since you're using the switcheroo, you're going to have to say x equals, I don't know why it's in highlight, but it looks nice in highlight. 16 over the tangent of 40. Okay, and that's how you would do that problem. I think that's going to be it because we're going to get into some harder word problems, and our video is already 60 minutes. So I'll give you another video on this week. Hope you guys are doing great, and see you soon.